So what I thought I'd do is just do a very quick run through. So I will share screen. So this is generally for those of you that don't really use Coingecko, or if you do use it, don't really use some of the other features in it. So there's quite a lot of stuff you can do with it. So the first thing is you've got the website for it, which is what we're going to go through. They've got a superb app as well, and the app's got a few more bits of functionality on it, such as price alerts. So we'll come on to that in a second. But here is the website. I will swap it to dark. That's much nicer on the eyes. So this is your landing page for it. So you do need to sign up for an account. There's no charge for signing up for an account. It's a free service. They do have a paid for subscription that will give you a couple of extra bits, but if I'm honest, the free service is perfect. So what you start with, you've got a number of stats at the top if you're interested. Gas price is always an interesting one. Bitcoin dominance and ETH dominance. And then you come down to the cryptos themselves. So you've got the coins and tokens down here. So there's quite a few bits you'll get on here. So the first thing is, if it's not automatically switched on, switch on show stats. And that just gives you what the market cap is and all the key bits. And then you've got the coins going down in order of market cap. There's quite a bit of information you can get on here. So each page generally shows 100 cryptos. So you've got the first top 100 here, and you can sort it. So these bits along the top here allow you to sort. So if we go for market cap, click on that, it will reverse it. And you can see the smallest market cap in the top 100 as well. You've also got a couple of bits around volume, so you can see how much has had, how much trading has been done on those particular cryptocurrencies. And then you've got the 1 hour, 24 hour and 7-day price actions. So if you want to see what something has done in the last 7 days, you can see there's one crypto that's jumped into the top 100 and has had a 200% gain in the last 7 days. 24 hours. If I click that again, you've got the bottom performers. So we'll just sort it either way and you can see what the top and bottom performers are. So that's quite useful, but let's go back to market cap where we started. So the other thing you can do is take a look at a bit more detail on a token. Now I'll pick one in particular just because it's had a lot of stuff happening recently. So I'll pick Render, which is 46th in the market cap. So what you can see on here, this will give you a breakdown of information on Render. So what you've got on here is a couple of things. So you've got the range that it's been within the last 24 hours, so the high and low. You've got the market cap, which is made up of the circulating supply multiplied by the price. So again, we saw all of those rankings we first saw by market cap. And you've got some other information like the maximum supply, so you can see what's circulating and so on. We'll come back to this section on the right in a moment, but further down you've got the charts. So the charts will actually show you, and I think I've probably switched ETH on as well. This will actually show you the price action on this token. So what you can do is just under it, you can stretch that right the way back. So if we look at this particular section, you can see where it peaked there, and you can see what the price action has been since, when's this, probably January 22.
There's lots of volume on that, even compared to its peak.
Yeah, it's had a lot of, I think the Apple AR announcement, because it's renders cloud GPU services, so it's linked to the metaverse and stuff. Now they've switched from Ethereum onto Solana.
Onto Solana as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more workable because the fees on ETH are obviously a lot higher. So what you've got there is all of these figures. You can also swap to TradingView, and TradingView will give you a slightly different chart as well. So you've got various different options on here that you can select. You can also compare the price against BTC, so you can see how it's performed. If you're not if you're not factoring in as USD and you're looking against how it performs against Bitcoin, you can put that in for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then just below that, you've just got the last year's worth of performance. Right-hand side, again, a lot of the information we've already looked at, just summarized. And then as you go down, you've got a few other bits on here. So you've got related coins, so things that might be in a similar sort of area. You've got a breakdown of information on Render, and then exchanges that you can actually purchase Render on. So you'll get all of these, and you can see trading volume on that exchange, and also the trust score. So if that's red, I'd be concerned about liquidity or the trust of the actual exchange. And as you go down, you've then got links to things that are Render related. So guide, and then you've got some information on it that might be of interest. So all of that information's on there if you're researching a token. The other bit that's really useful on the right-hand side here is you've got the website. So it's links to all of the socials, all of the website. You'll have on here as well the different blockchains it's on. And you can actually add this into MetaMask. So if you want to add it to your MetaMask wallet, rather than having to type in all the details of the token that you'd normally do if you add one, you can actually just click on Add to MetaMask, and that will stick it straight into your MetaMask wallet. Failing that, you can just copy the contract and do it yourself. And it does link to Chainlist, which Paul has gone through before, which shows you how to set up all of the different blockchains on your MetaMask. So that's the first part, which is all the cryptocurrencies. Conscious of time, there are loads of other things you can do with this. A couple of things that I'll show you quickly. You can set up a portfolio tracker. So what you'll see here is you've got a little star next to Ethereum. So you do have the option of setting up a number of different portfolios to track your crypto with. You don't have to go in and set it up in the portfolio tab. You can just click on the little star. So if I wanted to follow XRP, for example, I've created a portfolio called HODL. I can just add it to that. And that's now in my portfolio. What I tend to do is I'll mix my portfolio up. So I'll have HODL portfolio, which is stuff that I generally am not going to touch. I'll have my medium risk, or the one I might have a longer term trading strategy with. And then I'll have my high risk degen punts that I'll have. So you can put things in that. So if I select Dogecoin, for example, I'll add it to a new portfolio and I'll call it degen. Now, when I click on portfolio at the top and go to all portfolios, that's now created my HODL portfolio and my degen portfolio. And if I wanted to add a transaction I've done, so if I've got, if I bought 5 Ethereum, for example, I'd stick that in there, the price I actually paid per coin, or the total I spent. So if I put that I bought it a couple of years back, say 2021, and I've changed it to price, instead of price per coin, total spent. So that'll work out how much I paid for each of the coins. Submit that, and that'll add it into your portfolio. And what it'll also give you, which is useful, is your profit and loss on it. So you can actually see the transactions you've done, and it'll give you your profit and loss on that particular token. And it'll actually do this with your whole portfolio if you're tracking. So it's a really, really good way of watching what's in your portfolio and how it's performing. And each day it will give you a daily up and down as well. So a couple of the other things, conscious we've only got a few minutes. You do have compare coins. And this is quite interesting because if there's a smaller token or coin that you think is going to really rock it, you can compare. So if I'll pick Render. Yeah, sorry, go on, what one?
I was going to ask you to pick Coinos.
Coinos. Okay, so that is Coinos at the moment. If that was to match the market cap of
Cardano.
Cardano, yeah. you can see that at the moment, the price of that is 54 cents. If it grew to a level where the market cap matched Cardano, which is an 883x, the price of Coingecko would go up to $484. And it will show you the market cap there as well by comparison. So obviously that's
see it
quite
on the
an extreme
yacht,
example. Yeah, quite an extreme example, but that's quite useful when you're looking at the potential of growth in a token as well. We've already talked about exchanges. The thing I'll look at instead of the standard one that I showed you earlier is decentralized exchanges. So this just shows you the trading volume on the different decentralized exchanges. So again, you can see market share, various other bits and pieces, and it will actually take you to further details on those exchanges as well. You can see the gainers and losers. So what that will show when that clicks in is you'll be able to see which of the cryptos that have had the biggest gains and which are the ones that have had the biggest losses. Now, you can put that, if you don't want to look at top 1,000, you might look at the top 300. So you can see in the top 300, one of them that's performed better is Singularity. And you can see Render down there as well. And then losers, you can see Waves is the biggest loser out of the top 300. You've also got the opportunity of looking at different categories. So if you click on categories, you can look at the top performers in, say, meme coins. If we look at meme coins. So you've got various different options and it will give you a lot of further detail on there. And then the final thing, conscious of time, because we're at time, is you can also collect candies. So all this is each day you go in, every 24 hours it resets and you collect your candies. And those candies will build up. So each day you do it up to day 7, it will go up to 100. And then it will reset and go back to 10. Now, the reason you're collecting those is you can actually pick up different rewards from it. And one thing they did probably about 6 months ago was they gave you the option of getting a token early as an airdrop. So you did actually get an airdrop that was worth about $200, I think, at the time. And every now and again, they'll come up with things like NFTs you can pick up. You've got some guides that you can pick up as well, and discounts on certain things. Not all of these discounts are great, I'll say. So some of these you can get better affiliate links elsewhere. But sometimes they do come up with some really good NFTs, competitions and things like that. And you pay for those with candies, which are free. And I think we're coming to time. So loads and loads of other stuff that I could have gone through with this, but I just thought I'd give you a very quick flavour of what some of the things that Coingecko can do and the information that you can get from it. So hopefully that was useful.